just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the New York Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. They go play action here on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Watch the shit.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to take off with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 19.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On first down, Stevens. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
On second down, it's Stevens. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Williams on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Here's Williams operating from the gun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Williams. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 9-yard touchdown there, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Touchdown, Dallas.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
He's coming. We got double up. Let's go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, a run for Johnson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Underneath for Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now, Finley. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Williams now to throw on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Williams, off play action. And this is going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Williams. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go, let's go.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
90 Wolf.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Got a man. It's Brown. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go, get inside. Let's go, let's go. Break. 39. Check, Mike, 39.
It's going to be a long day.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He gets it to Cooks. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On 2nd down. It's Stevens, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
15. Come, now.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught by Cohen. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
70, Indy.
Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come on,
Get it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
They'll run on first down. Finley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run the counter. Finley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Williams off the play fake. And got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Get that quarterback. Head on. Go. 56, right there. 56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Holding.
And this looks like it's going to be holding. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 14. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Here's Williams. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And relief for him, don't you think? How many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 down.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Samson Abukum. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on third and 13. He'll drop to throw. He can run for it, and he will.
Let's go, get set.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Williams now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Off play action. Williams. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's set away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game,
a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Finley, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
56, my boy, 56, check 56.
On 3rd down, Finley. And some space here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a give, right side, Haynes. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Godwin. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
56.
Now Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16.
First down, Dallas. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Williams. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the stick.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He may try and run for this.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Finley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The tackle made by Myers. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Williams from the gun, he'll throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is Reese on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 2nd down, it's Stevens. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. This quarterback now still just the 1 incompletion. 16 of 17. It's 1st down. Back to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Steps away. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. The quick slant caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Finley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Here's Williams throwing on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he's going to go down again. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player.
And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
5.
On first down, Stevens. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Ready? Go.
2nd and 1. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Ready, break.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Hollywood Marquise Brown there to make the grab, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Williams now on 3rd down, rolling to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 5 there, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for New York. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Williams operating from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 20. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
That's our ball, baby. Going the other way.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Stevens. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2nd and 13. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now back to throw. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Stevens. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He gets it to Cooks. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down.
It's a pickup Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
We got this.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Get ready.
So now the Cowboys down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. This is where your playoff mettle is tested on the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
post, strip out of your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built